just think about some of the inside, I'm just gonna ask them, what do you just think about how they're able to execute some of the inside stuff that you guys were doing on Saturday, the O-line that is?
I think the O-line did a great job. I think all camp, since I've been here, it's been a focus point of being physical up front, and those guys come in every day. And Coach, Nick, he prides ourselves in that and making sure we run the ball in practice to build the physicality of our team.
What's like the biggest adjustment? You came from Cleveland, they kind of do more outside zone, type mid zone stuff, and now here it looks like you guys are going more downhill. What's kind of the adjustment for a running back going from a lot of stuff being based out of outside zone to now getting way more downhill?
It's probably just a repetition of it. I'm able to do both, but Cleveland was mostly outside zone, and just coming here and we did run these plays in Cleveland, but not as many. It wasn't our bread and butter, so just the adjustment of getting into my mind of being more inside, more tight zone, being a little more patient.
How much more comfortable do you feel now versus a few weeks ago in training camp versus got underway?
How much what?
How much more comfortable do you feel with the offense, physically, everything?
Yeah, I definitely feel good. It was some adjustments coming to this humidity for sure. That's one big factor, and also just kind of getting comfortable with, just being here. Outside of my comfort zone, a new city, new teammates, new everything. So it took a while to get adjusted, but I love it here, and every day, I'm getting better.
D'Amico, before you got here, said several times he wanted to revamp the culture and the mindset of that offensive line room. How would you describe the culture and mindset of that room?
It's very physical, and every day, guys come. We pretty much full pass, a lot of the times, and that's kind of changing the culture. I think just everyone had their mindset. We're coming here every day. We're coming to work, and it's not going to be many days off. So that's just the biggest thing of just getting everybody's mind that we're in this building, we're here to work.
There's a lot of competition in that running back room. How have you been able to be the veteran and give back and helping some of these younger running backs like a Jawar Jordan and the Woody Martins?
Just being there for them, helping them understand, how you should approach practice every day and the mindset to come in every day. And just know it's not going to be easy. You got to put your head down and grind, and at some point you'll come out of it. But just every day, it's a grind.
All good.
Thank you.
Kamari, can you just talk about what you've seen so far from Jalen Smith? And, when he got that interception on Saturday, you, Kalen, and Derek all went to him to celebrate when he got to the bench. How was that, just being that support system for him?
That was amazing. I mean, he made an amazing play on the ball, and he got upfield. And, I mean, just knowing how that feels, you get your first pick in front of everybody and then you at home, it just means a lot. So, I mean, just seeing him make that play and just knowing the work that he put in on the practice field and before all this and just to get drafted and, like, to be here and then for it all just to come fruition, like, that's a good feeling.
Having played against competition now, how do you feel like where you all, in particular secondary, are at right now?
We got a long way to go, but the good thing is that we got tomorrow to go practice, and then we have the next day, like, let it be the Lord's will. So, I mean, just kind of attacking every day with the same mindset of just getting better and just not getting complacent. That's how we'll get to where we need to be.
How are you able to make your technique, because, a lot of guys can do a lot of good DB drills and whatnot, but it looks like you're able to transfer what you practice onto the field, onto game, things of that nature. How are you able to translate what you work on throughout the offseason into training camp, into preseason game, into regular season stuff?
That's a good question. I feel like really just trying to kind of put yourself in super tough situations. So, I mean, football is something you can practice, but you can't really, like, practice game situations. Like, you really can't practice that. You can't really simulate that. So just putting yourself in, like, super tough situations, like whenever you're training, like doing things that, like, you would normally do, but making it just 2 times tougher that way. So whenever you get to the real rep or a real one-on-one and you're in a real game, it's already like muscle memory. That way you don't have to think, because the more you think or the less you think on the field, the better it is because you can move faster. So just kind of during the offseason, like, just really attacking things really for 2,000% and just going and put myself in super tough, uncomfortable situations.
From a style standpoint of the defense, how would you characterize the style of the Texans defense?
We like to attack. We like to be aggressive. We like to play fast and physical.
I think the phrase you used earlier this offseason about year 1 to year 2 is you understand the game a little bit better. Where specifically have you seen that help you the most? Is it pre-snap? Is it reading things? Is it schematically? Where have you seen that help you?
I would say pre and post snap, just kind of understanding, like, formations, like just seeing splits of the receivers, kind of seeing the way the linemen are set up, like just little things that can just kind of just give you a little answer to the test before the play starts. I mean, just because if you can just gather information before the play starts, that way whenever the play actually starts, it's so much less that you have to worry about. You can move freely, like you can just react instead of thinking about, well, do I have to be out here? Or like just being able to just react, that makes you play faster.
To piggyback off of what DJ just asked you, and you talking about how you go 200,000% when you're doing in your off-season drills. When you get into training camp, how much of that helps you when you're going up against a wide receiver like a Nico Collins or like a Higgins or a Hutchinson?
I mean, it helps immensely because, I mean, you really can't, like, you could practice going up against the best, but you don't really do it until you go up against the best. So, I mean, just putting yourself in a situation where it's like, oh, well, he might go this way and get vertical. Like, you have to practice that. You can't just go out there on the field and just think that you can guard Nico Collins. You got to go put in the work to be able to go do that. So it's just like putting in hours, and just putting a little bit of sweat in the bucket every day. It pays off a lot, like a lot.
What makes him in particular unique to guard, or what makes him special or effective? Nico
doesn't beat himself. You, like, if you want to win a rep against Nico Collins, you have to win the rep. He's not going to beat himself. He's going to attack you the right way. He's going to get in his route. He's going to get out the top the way he's supposed to. Is Nico Collins is like someone who is like a technician. Like, when you think of technician, he does what he's supposed to do at the right time, and that's why he's always making plays, because he's not going to beat himself.
One of the techniques that I've noticed you kind of do is when someone gets a blind, when it's outside, you kind of get attached to the hip and you're kind of staring at that hip. What's kind of the balance between getting ready to break but also trying to still stay not stay on vertical, but still stay on top to make sure if they go vertical, you're able to transition and keep rolling with that?
It's really a feel. You just kind of, it's a lot that goes into it. I mean, down and distance, type of receiver you're going against, the indicators that they're giving you. It's a lot of things that you kind of have to think about, but you can't really think about. But it's just like just kind of understanding the game. So, I mean, the hips don't lie, but receivers do. So, I mean, you can't really trust them. I don't trust a receiver at all. But, yeah, it's just kind of like using your instincts and your intuition along with reacting.
What are some of the things that
My eyes. I like to go up and hit people, and that was something that wouldn't say bit me in the foot last year, but I was sometimes a little over too aggressive. So just being more disciplined with my eye progressions, and just really coaches wanted me to continue to just get better, like at everything. To be honest, like it wasn't really just one thing or two things. He wanted me to get better with my eyes, like my eye progressions, and just being more patient in off coverage. Thank y'all.
Thank you.
What were some of the things that you noticed after watching the game film?
After going back reviewing the game, what really stood out is just how we play complementary football. We play physical brand of football, the type of ball that I like to see us play. We're physical, we're flying around, guys are having fun playing the game, and that's what I like to see.
Is there any concern with Ersery where he builds some momentum on the left side and he starts on the right side and potentially going back to the right?
I think Ersery in the game did a really good job where he was at left, and that's kind of the focus is wherever you line up, you just do the best with where you are. Really don't worry about guys having to move around or like just when you're called upon, like can you go out and execute what's being asked of you, and can you do it at a consistently high level with high energy, high passion, and he's shown that over these first two preseason games.
It looked like Blake Fisher wasn't having the best camp, and he didn't have the best preseason game against the Minnesota Vikings. But on Saturday against Carolina, he looked, after going back and watching some of the tape, he looked very, very good. Have you seen his confidence start to grow here in the last couple of weeks?
Blake did a really nice job this past game of, when you see him, just for me, sticking on blocks, hat on a hat, working his feet, like finishing blocks. That's how it should look, right? So he has it in him. Blake just has to be consistent with what we're doing, consistently train, consistently finish every single rep, because physically he has all the tools that it takes to be able to do that. So this game here is representative of what he can do when he's dialed in and he's focused on the task and he goes after the job with the right mindset.
Well, what went into the decision to trade John Mechie for?
Trading Mechie was not easy to do. I really have a lot of love and affinity for Mechie, everything that he's been through in his professional career, the things that he had to battle through and push through and overcome. It's just very, very fond of the guy, and he's an inspiration to myself, inspiration to a lot of people to see what he was able to go through, overcome, get back to playing football, work back his first 2 years. In this camp, I thought Mechie has looked the best he's looked this camp. He's done a really nice job of preparing himself, putting himself in a really good spot, and he's done everything we asked, did everything the right way. It hurts to lose him. But I know he's going on to a really good opportunity there in Philly, and he'll continue to flourish, and he'll thrive in Philly because Mechie has the right mindset.
What have you seen? Go ahead, Coach.
What does Harrison bring to the table for you guys at tight end?
Yeah, Harrison will come in and compete. That's one thing. You know, he can run well. He competes at the line of scrimmage. So I'm excited to see, you know, what he does here over the next week.
What have you seen from Damon Arnett, not only on the field but off the field, the way he handles himself and appreciating this time and moment?
And Damon has been very thankful of the opportunity to be able to return to the NFL, and we're grateful to give him that opportunity. I think we all need that, you know, next chance, and to be able to give him that, he's taken it, he's ran with it, he's done some really nice things for us, not only in the game, you know, taking the football away, but also in practice. He's gotten better, getting back into the flow of how things are on this level. He has the physical tools needed to play corner and on this level. Just has to keep improving on the technique and the small fundamental things that we're asking him to do. But he's done a really nice job. Pleased with where he is.
A similar question to one that was asked earlier, but after that lineup has looked, the offensive line lineup that's played has looked really good. How do you approach it when you have somebody coming back from an injury like Cam Robinson?
We approach it one day at a time, one play at a time. We'll mix the guys up, throw them in there, but we'll see how Cam does as he works his way back this week. Just happy that he'll be back. You know, that's one thing about the injuries. You never know. You never know with everyone when it's your last snap, when a guy goes down on the field. So it's always a sensitive topic with the injuries and, you know, how hard it is for all of our guys and what they go through as players. So I'm happy to have Cam back on the field. However our lineup looks, it'll shape itself out.
How different is Mario Edwards this year compared to a year ago? He's been in the system. It looks like he's maybe put on a little bit of weight to maybe handle defensive tackle.
Mario has looked, you know, more comfortable with what we're asking him to do. I think second year in the scheme, he's done a really nice job. Just playing more consistent. Like, he's just doing what's asked of him, not trying to do too much and be just a flash player, a splash player, and he's making plays consistently just by doing things the right way. So he's playing physical. He's playing style versus the run, not just a explosive penetrator, but he's doing a great job versus double teams as well. So he's had a really nice camp, really solid camp, and he's put himself in a really good spot to have a great year.
What do you hope to see this week with the scrimmage with the Lions and then the game? Are you looking at the more emphasis on the guys that may be fighting for a position here, or just overall?
Yeah, excited this week. We get the opportunity to go up Detroit, practice against the Lions. We're excited about the opportunity. Good football team. And for us, it's just a matter of us just continuing to get better. Like, we get a chance to go against another different scheme, different players. Like, how do we respond versus this team? We know they are one of the top teams in the NFL last year, so just get a chance to go up and compete against a really nice team, good team, and see how do we show up. Right, so I'm excited to see how our players show up in Detroit.
How have you just kind of seen Jalen, Noel, and Jaden Higgins now that they've been around here for a couple months now? How have you just seen them kind of lean on each other?
You see those guys, they're always together. Jalen, JD, they're inseparable. Right? And they're always working, doing extra things after practice. They're in constant communication, talking. Just two really good young rookie wide receivers that we're excited to see, you know, what they become. They have the mindset. They work the right way. They'll get better because they want to get better, and they know how to work at it. So I'm excited to see their growth process for both guys.
How important are reps for coaches in preseason games? I know Kaylee's kind of getting used to calling the game, all the logistics and everything. How important are those reps?
It's always important in preseason game, and for, you know, first-time play callers, you have to go through that process. You have to go through game day. And training camp is reps for everyone. It's reps for players. It's reps for coaches. We have the officials in. It's reps for the officials. Everybody needs reps in training camp. So it's important to everybody. I think Kaylee's done a really nice job the first 2 weeks of calling the plays, getting the plays in on time, just making sure he's dialed in with the quarterbacks. Everybody's been on the same page, so very pleased with where we are now. We've had a really seamless transition with him calling the plays. Guys know what to expect. Guys can operate fast in and out of the huddle, so I'm excited with where we are.
You acquire a player like Harrison Ryan. What are some of the things
too late. You missed that question. Yeah, I already answered it. Too late, buddy.
It was a question about the tape. It was
Ah.
more just so like games that you'd seen him in.
Yeah, I
Was there
mean,
something you
seeing
remember?
Harrison, he made some plays versus us when he was with the Browns. He made a big play versus us. So you see a guy, he's very capable of making plays. We're excited to just add him to our roster, let him get in the room. We have a lot of good tight ends in there. We're excited to see him just pop in and compete. All right, no problem.
Big things with offensive line, it's like camaraderie and the brotherhood that you guys build. What do you feel like as far as what you guys are building, the attitude, the personality?
Yeah, I think having Cole Popovich is, was a great addition. This is mindset and what he brings every day to the O-line room as a coach, and as a person, as a man. And we don't do nothing but just feed off of it. The energy that he brings, the detail that he brings, and having vets in the O-line room too helps too.
Is there a certain comfort level being back on the left side? It's kind of more your natural position. That's your preference?
I mean, I'm comfortable at tackle, either tackle. So wherever they put me at, wherever they want me at, that's what I'm going to do and try to be my best at.
You like what you've done since Robinson's been out on that side?
I really ain't did anything, but we still got ways to go.
How do you see yourself getting adjusted to this offense?
Say that, sorry, one more time.
How have you seen yourself getting adjusted to playing in this offense?
Oh, yeah, man. Nick Caley, does a good job, with making sure that we, as an offense, are all on the same page, making sure that we have a hat on my hat, there's no missed assignments, and that we communicate and be physical up front. So having a guy like that that's just juiced up every day, has a ton of energy, it makes it easy for me.
How do you use the 10 country for the joint practice and the game? Matchups like that with the Lions, which have a good defense line, Aiden Hutchinson, players like that, how much does that feel like that will be beneficial?
Super beneficial, going against a different team instead of our own guys who are super talented as well. But we get a chance to go down there and really just establish what we want to be this season.
How do you use the defensive ends on your team as sort of a resource? You talk with them and review stuff individually with them. How do you kind of use those guys as a resource to make you better?
Yeah, every day I just try to pick their brain as much as I can because they have so much knowledge about the other side of the ball. I play offensive line, so those guys are just super detailed, love what they do, love their craft, and I love my craft too. So I just want to continue to keep getting better, and we talk about iron sharpening iron, so I got to be at my best every day with those guys.
Any piece of advice that they've given you that sticks out at all?
Just like small pointers, like my stance, my eyes, or my hands, or something like that. Like typically after practice, I ask them, and they'll give me small pointers on that.
You say you haven't really done anything yet, but going through, camps and a couple games, do you feel it's an area where, okay, I'm getting better in this space?
Yeah, I feel like we're getting better, but we ain't nowhere near close to where we want to be still. So we just got to keep working when we so far away from the first game. And I think just having that mentality is healthy too, because once you feel like you arrived, man, I feel like you good as dead. Like, you know, you really put yourself out of position.
Are you starting to feel comfortable though? I mean, not that you have it all down, but is there a level of comfort you're starting to get?
Oh yeah, for sure. Like a level of comfort, like with the playbook and being with the guys on the team. Yeah, of course.
How has Titus Howard been as far as being that veteran for you?
He's another voice on the O-line, a guy who's been here for a long time, who just knows the ins and outs of playing O-line, playing guard, playing tackle, being versatile. And he knows that, you know, when you switch positions, you gotta kind of switch everything over in your mind, your footwork and everything. So he's just been kind of being a big brother and helping me out in that aspect. And I'm just soaking it all in. I couldn't ask for a better vet. That was easy, hey. Oh.